So this is a video all about getting into mountain biking. It's going to be part of a girls outdoors series I'm doing on YouTube. So I'd love to know what you want to see. So please send me comments or messages and feedback, but I'm really excited about it. The next video is going to be on rock climbing, and then the one after that surfing, and then we'll kind of just go from there, because I think with lots of outdoor sports that are dominated by boys, it can feel a bit intimidating or scary or difficult to get started as a girl. But there are more women than ever doing a lot of these sports. There are loads of female-only groups that I found that you can get involved with, and you do not need to be some crazy hardcore girl to do them. I'm honestly like crying or having some kind of mini meltdown on most of the times I do these sports. But I really believe that getting outside, getting out of your comfort zone can have a massive impact on your confidence. It gives you better perspective, and ultimately you're going to get an amazing adrenaline rush. And at the end of the whole day, I love it, and I know you're going to love it too. So I don't think we should let the boys have all the fun. So here are my top 5 tips for girls for getting into mountain biking. Tip number 1 is find someone experienced to go with. If you were going skiing for the first time, you wouldn't just head out by yourself. So I really don't think you should do that with mountain biking either. You can Google mountain bike trail centres and then see if any of them offer any kind of beginner sessions. I found that for a half-day beginner mountain bike course is about £50, but I think this is really worth it. You'll feel more confident, you'll feel safer, and you also won't need to worry about how you're going to get your bike there or any faff. You just arrive and they'll just kind of take care of you and just explain the situation you're wanting to get started, and that's just the first step that you're taking. After that, there's loads of girl groups that you can join. I found these on Facebook. So there's Mountain Bike Chicks, that's a kind of social riding group. There's Birds on Bikes, which is like a volunteer-led group, and there's also a really amazing page called I Bike Ride, and they have a mountain bike section that you can subscribe to. Another idea might be to just kind of set up your own group, or put a little message out on your like local Facebook or whatever, WhatsApp, and see who might like to come with you, because I think at the end of the day it is more fun if you can go with a group, and of course it's a bit safer. Okay, tip number 2, learn the trails. These are really simple, they're just like with skiing. So green is easy, blue is moderate, red is difficult, and black is pretty much insane if you ask me. If you've never done any kind of outdoor biking before, then just start with some really gentle off-road trails, and then just gradually build your way up to whatever you feel comfortable with. Like with skiing, it is just really important that you pay attention and you don't find yourself on the wrong kind of run. Tip number 3 is be as comfy as possible. For mountain biking, you really just need some gym kit. I go out in just my normal leggings, trainers, t-shirts, jumpers, and that is pretty much it. The only thing you're definitely going to need is a helmet. This is about £25, and I'd also recommend some gloves. Like with all sports, you can obviously buy loads of kit, but you really don't have to get started. I'd also really recommend not bothering to go your first few times when it's raining, because you're going to need some waterproof stuff. The whole aim is just to have fun and enjoy it, and I do find until you love it, it might feel a bit faffy and you're going to get cold quickly if it's wet, so I wouldn't bother with that. Final thing I wanted to mention is a really amazing website I found called Total Women's Cycling. They actually have a girls mountain bike clothing section on their website, but they also have loads of really nice other areas. So there's a mum's corner, there's a female cycling event section, there's a beauty in the bike bit, there's loads like the body and soul section. I just think it was really lovely, so I thought I'd let you know about that one. Tip number 4 is to trust the bike. When you're actually out riding, apart from making sure you know which brakes control which wheels, because that's really important, you need to just trust the bike. It is designed to pop over rocks, to roll over things, and I have to constantly tell myself, like, speed is your friend, because really if you go too slow, you're not going to have enough balance, you're not going to have enough traction. So take a lot of deep breaths, try and not cling on for dear life. Notice if your shoulders are up like this. I had loads of like kind of bit of shoulder and neck pain afterwards because it was so tense. Going down those trails is what it is designed for, so just let it go and trust the bike. So tip number 5 is all about the bike. The great thing about starting with some lessons is they will provide the bike and all the kit for you, so you can kind of see if you like it first, or maybe you've got a friend, you could just borrow their bike to try it out with for a little bit. The main thing I'd suggest if you are then thinking about getting a mountain bike is to decide on your budget first and then go around a few mountain bike shops. Everyone I met was really helpful, really friendly and really nice. So just explain that you're new to the sport, that you've got kind of roughly this much money to spend on a bike, and then just kind of take their advice. I started with a hardtail from Specialized. It cost about £500. It was a perfect like kind of first starter bike. Used it for a few years and then I sold it on for about 250. So then I upgraded to this, which is the Don't Knock It Till You've Tried It e-bike by Lapierre. It is amazing. It is a complete game changer for me with mountain biking. I should warn you, once you've tried this, you will not be able to go back. Reasons I love it: first of all, you can just get twice the amount of riding in as normal, so you don't need this like full day event thing. You can literally just go out for a couple of hours and still cover loads of ground. You improve really quickly with e-mountain bikes because essentially you get uphill quicker, you're not as tired, and so you get loads more downhill runs in, and so you get better and better. And really my favourite thing is that I can just kind of go out mountain biking with anyone and not have to worry about whether I can keep up or not, because there's all different kind of power levels. So eco is practically nothing, all the way through to high, where it's just like really giving you a lot of power. You actually still definitely feel like you're doing a workout. It kind of feels like the power is just like coming up through your legs, and it's so quiet that you just like, you forget that you are having any kind of assistance. So I love this. I charge it up overnight. It lasts well, longer than I've ever been mountain biking for, and ultimately the aim of the game is just to have fun and enjoy it, and this bike definitely does that for me. So that's it. Do it, give it a go, try it out. We've got beautiful woodlands in the UK that you can mountain bike in. It's a really great form of exercise. You can burn around 800 calories an hour, maybe a few less on one of these, but it really works all of your muscles. The shaking is like being on one of those vibrator plates, and you might meet some fun, interesting people. You can join girls groups, you can go at your pace and do trails that you feel comfortable with. But I just think definitely give it a go. Send me a message or comment if you go out mountain biking for the first time, or if you've been mountain biking for a while and you've got some tips for other girls, then comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, see you next month for the video, which will be all about getting into rock climbing. Bye!